data is a basically large volume of data that floods a business on a day-to-day basis, more than what a traditional database could typically hold. It can be used for many different purposes, from improving functional of machinery to analyze information about the population, establish the pattern, or even personalize your experience online, most commonly noticed on social media sites.
We can also see a potentially negative aspect of these sites personalizing your experience in its political impact. Political candidates can also use this information to shape their campaigns towards what will get them the most following. On the voters' side, they're getting filtered news on candidates, and the majority of their newsfeed can come from their friends and family. If these sites are where people spend most of their time, it can lead to things like social cascades or even polarized groups. Not to mention, you may never even hear of all the candidates running for certain positions.
How much time you spend on your social media each day?
Do you count Reddit as social media?
I do.
Probably a good couple hours.
3 to 4 hours probably. Yeah.
5 hours.
5 hours?
Yeah, probably about 5 hours.
Yeah, something like that.
What percentage of your news would you say you get from your social media?
About 60%.
Probably 75%.
75%?
All of it.
100%?
I would only go about 50 for me.
Pretty much all of it.
Just going on social media and getting like a summary.
How difficult was it to do your research for the candidates?
Actually, it is kind of challenging.
In reality, sometimes it could be really difficult.
Locally, it was hard. There was candidates on the paper that I've never heard of.
Sometimes it's hard, like the little people, it's hard to find out information about them. And sometimes candidates' website is a little hard to navigate.
Yeah, I think it's also really easy to see things that are clearly written from a buyer's perspective.
Everybody has their own opinion, and then the opinions turn into facts, so you start believing what someone else is saying, so you think it's true, and that can like persuade you on who you vote for.
So, did you vote?
Yeah, I did.
I did a write-in.
No, I didn't vote.
No.
What we seem to see is although people get involved with politics on social media and feel like they've kept up with most political news, many eligible voters don't actually end up voting. Some said they didn't feel educated enough to make a decision. Others said they didn't feel there were any good options. And some said they just didn't really care about politics. After some discussion, our team decided to ask people how they would feel if there was a political website designed with social media users in mind, say like a political Facebook, with fact-checked, easy-to-access candidate profiles.
Definitely be for that.
It'd be easier to find information on candidates rather than going to a whole bunch of different websites and looking at false stuff.
These days, it should be easier for like people who always use social media, because most people do.
For those who still felt like that was too much information to go through, we asked them how they would feel if there was an optional feature they could use to match them with a few candidates for each position who might align with their views or prioritize specific issues that they care about.
It sounds like very personalized.
I think it's a great idea.
That sounds really interesting.
We decided to design the site. Vote Connect would be a site for both political candidates and voters. Political candidates would fill out their personal information such as their age, their background, issues that they care about, while voters have the choice of just flipping through candidate profiles. If they would like to be matched with a candidate, they have the option to create their own profile and enter information that could help them get a better match. They also have the option to link their social media accounts to help refine a list of candidates that they may be interested in. Now we can take care of some of the problems that prevented people from voting. By having all political information in one place that users can easily interact with, we can help voters feel more educated about their decisions. Having a fair representation of candidates can increase a voter's probability of finding someone they consider a good option. Well, we can't really do anything about that one. Our main idea is that technology isn't new, the information's already out there, and data is already being collected. If we can combine these things, we can create an easier, more interactive way for candidates to have a fair representation and voters to feel more educated about their decisions.
What's wrong?
The power of big data, educating people. Such a beautiful thing.
Vote Connect. Find your voice, use your right to vote.